Hi, this is Mrs. Naslund, and today we're doing Unit 5, Lesson 3, Model one-digit by two-digit multiplication. Our learning target today is I can represent one-digit by two-digit multiplication using the area model. Our vocab that we'll be looking at is area and square unit. Now today I'm going to be showing you one method of doing one-digit by two-digit multiplication. We'll be looking at other methods as the days go on. But let's first look at this problem, 4 times 41. So the first method I'm going to show you here is we're going to start by breaking the problem apart. So I'm going to look at this number and I'm going to think of it as 4 times 40 and 4 times 1. All right, so we practiced these yesterday using our mental math, and we know that 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to add that 0 on, so we get 160. And then we know that 4 times 1 is 4. So what you're going to do with these two is add them together, and we do 160 plus 4, and we get 164. Okay, so again, this is one method of doing two-digit by one-digit multiplication. Let's go ahead and keep practicing that method here. We're going to look at this area model here. And basically, if we look at that, it says how many square units of area are in the tens part of the drawing. So again, square units are the number of little teeny units here, and the area is the number of those units in this whole area. And they want us to look at just the tens part. So 20 is tens, 6 is 1. So we're going to look at this 20 times 4 part of the drawing. Okay, so how many square units of area are in the area part of the drawing? So we're going to say 20 times 4, so 2 times 4 is 8, plus the 0 is 80 square units. All right, what multiplication equation would give us the area of that? What did we have to multiply? We had to do 4 times 20, ended up equaling 80. All right, now how many square units of area are there in the ones part? All right, so again, look at here, we've got 6, we've got 4, 6 times 4 is, 24, all right, and what equation, what multiplication equation would I write to find that? Well, we did 6, or 4 times 6 equals 24, all right. Now, the next question, what is the total of the two areas? So we're going to have to add our 80 plus 24. So 80 plus 20 is 100, and then I have 4 left over. So the area of the two areas is 104. All right. How do you know that 104 is the correct product of 4 times 26? Well, it's a good question. We know that 4 times 20 gave us that 80. We know that 4 times 6 gave us that 24. I'm going to actually write this out here. So we know that this gave us 80. And we know that 4 times 6 gave us 24. And if we add those two together, that'll give us the total area of all of those, which was our 104. Oops. 104. All right. Now, let's look at this one here. It says, read each problem A and B. It says, Al's photo album has 26 pages. Each page has 4 photos. How many photos are in Al's album? And B was Nick took 4 photos. Henry took 26 photos. How many more photos did Henry take than Nick? And it says which problem could be solved using the multiplication we just did. All right, so which of these asks us to do multiplication? So I like to, when I look at these type of questions, I like to figure out my key words here. I like to look at this. Al has 26 pages, all right, and he has 4 photos, and it says each, oh, right there, each page has 4 photos. How many photos are in Al's album? All right, versus over here, Nick took 4 photos, Henry took 26 photos. How many more photos did Henry take? which one of these is asking you to multiply? If you said A, you're correct. A is asking us to multiply, and the key word there is each. Each is a signal word that means multiply. Over here, how many more? That actually means subtraction. So in this case, I'd have to subtract. So A is the one that we could use multiplication for. All right, let's keep practicing. We're going to look at a couple of these. It says draw a rectangle for each problem on your math board. You could do it on a sheet of paper. And it says find the tens products and the ones products and the total. So we'll go ahead and do one of these together first. So 3 times 29. So again, first I'm going to figure out how many tens there are. So I have 3 over here. And how many tens go into 29? Yeah, there's 2 sets of tens, or 20. All right. And then I would have 3 times 9. So this is 9 here. Right? So it's really saying 3 times 9. And my dimensions aren't right there, but you can kind of get the idea. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus that extra 0. So I get 60. And then I do my 3 times 9, which gives me 27. And then if I want to find the area of this total thing here, what do I have to do with these two numbers? I've got to add them together, right? So 60 plus 27 would give me 87. I can write my 7 there. All right, let's go ahead and check and see if we're correct. All right, we've got 3 times 20 equals 60. Yep. 3 times 9 equals 27, and when I add them together, we got 87. All right, good. Let me erase that, and let's try another one. We'll go ahead and do one. Have you help figure out the total answer here at the end. All right, let's do this one here. 5 times 28. All right, so first we know the 5 is here. And how many tens can I get in there to that 28? Got 2 sets of tens, or 20. And my leftover here is that 8, right? So again, my dimensions are off, but you get the idea. All right. So first thing we'll solve through is here. 5 times 2 is 10. And I have 1 extra 0 I need to add on. That 0 there, right? So I have 100. Then I have got 5 times 8, which is 40. And I want to find the total of both of these. So I'm going to add them. So what would be the total of 100 plus 40? We get, what is the answer there? Got 140? We're correct. So the answer of 5 times 28 is 140. Let's go ahead and check that. 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 8 is 40, for a total of 140. All right, let's go ahead and do a word problem down here. It says the bakery can ice their cakes with chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla icing. The bakery has a total of 67 different ways to decorate ice cakes. How many different combinations of icing can they decorate? Of icings and decorations can the bakery make? All right, so first off, they can ice their cakes with chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla icing. So how many different types of icings do they have? They've got 3 different types of icings, okay? The bakery has a total of 67 different ways to decorate. So they got 67 different ways to decorate. Okay? And how many different combinations of icing and decorations can I make? Now this combinations here gives me a good hint that I'm going to have to multiply. So now I want to do 3 times 67. Let's go ahead and try to figure that out up here. And I'm going to actually have you work this one out and see if you can figure it out, and then we'll check your answer. So go ahead and do 3 times 67. All right, let's see how you did. First, I would write 3. And how many sets of tens do I have? I've got 6, or 60. And then what's left over? I still have 7 ones. All right. So first thing you would have solved is 3 times 60, which I do my 3 times 6 and I get 18. I add on my 0 for 180. And then I'd have to do 3 times 7, which is 21. And then you're not done until you add these two together. So 180 plus 21, if I add those two together, I would get 201. So if you got 201, you got the correct answer. Great work. All right, we've got a couple more problems here and then we'll be done. All right, so we'll just do one more here. All right, it says a package of paper costs $2. Someone is purchasing 24 packages. How much will it cost? Now you can do the same thing that we've been doing with dollar amounts without any problem. So let's go ahead and try it. We're going to do our box here. Didn't have a nice one drawn for us, but that's okay. We'll draw one real quick. All right, and go ahead and work on solving it yourself, and we'll compare answers here. So go ahead and do 24 times 2 is what you're trying to solve. 24 times 2. All right. So 24 times 2. I've got 2 here, and I've got 20 here, with my 1s left over of a 4. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 0 is 40. 4 times 2 is 8. And I add those together, and I should have got it correct. You would have gotten $48. Don't forget your dollar sign. Would be the correct answer. So that is one method we can use to multiply a 2-digit by 1-digit number.